And I'm really happy and really proud to present you Ani Ivanova and Adriana Paneva, and to give them the floor to tell more about their work, which is really related to the better access to culture.
Mm-hmm. Do you see it?
Yes, we see it.
Yes.
Okay. Let me check how do I switch the. Okay, so as I told you, I represent the Bulgarian Book Association. It's the only organization in Bulgaria who tries to include all the book publishers, book traders, and literary agents in Bulgaria. And we try to represent them, and we organize different events. Some are with more like festivals, the Sofia International Literary Festival. Some of them are more trade related, like the Sofia International Book Fair. But yes, we have events all year round, not only in Sofia, but in other cities as well. So the event I'm going to tell you about today is the March of the Books. It's a campaign for encouraging reading amongst children. It started in 2011, and it starts from 2nd of April to 23rd of April usually. And for those 3 weeks, some famous Bulgarian celebrities from different fields meet with children and read to them from their favorite children's book. Each year we have a focus on different kind of celebrities. We had a year with writers, actors, musicians, athletes, all kind of people, including some people from Sofia municipality also. This is really important because celebrities are role models for the children and young adults. And with our event, they promote reading, and also they play the role of ambassadors to book, and they present the reading as a fun and pleasant activity that children should embrace. And all the meetings we've had during the years, they were really successful, and children really love them. And after each meeting, they're like, when will we have the other one? When will be the next event? So it's very well received. Oh, the guests. Yes, I told about the guests. Here you can see one Olympic athlete winner that is signing autographs from all the children. So the March of the Books has several key points. One of them is the importance of reading aloud to children. I have some quotations I took from some professional research on the subject, and I want to read them to you. Reading aloud to children is a powerful practice with no equivalent in terms of positive benefits for youngsters and encouragement of interest towards reading, especially when practiced in the early years. Reading aloud is linked with vocabulary growth. It is a reading intervention strategy that benefits children's motivation to read and helps create independent reading habits, improves their cognitive skills, and increases their vocabulary. Researchers on the subject underline reading aloud as a tool to help children decontextualize language and strengthens the development of perceptive language skills involved in listening and speaking. The next important point of the March of the Books is the decentralization. The famous people and celebrities, they go to the children, to their schools, to their kindergartens. We had several celebrities that especially they asked us if they can go and read in orphanages. So we communicated that, so they did this kind of events. And we really focused on including schools and children groups in remote neighborhoods of Sofia, and smaller schools and kindergartens that usually stay outside the cultural focus, like smaller schools or schools that don't have big material base, they don't have so many cultural events, and they leave that on culture is not the first priority to them. So we wanted to include as much of those kindergartens and school we can. We have each year we invite a lot of schools. We target them directly, but also a lot of schools and communities and community centers, they reach out to us and they want to be included. So the interest goes both ways. And some of the years we had more than 50 events for the 3 weeks of the March, where celebrities went and read books. In one of the years of the event, actually, with the help of Sofia municipality, we had a literary tram. Trams are the city railway in Sofia. So we have one really old tram, and that was the literary tram. And there were some writers and actors each Saturday for the 3 weeks, and they read some extracts of children's book to the passengers of the tram. And this tram ran the usual long route, so a lot of people traveling, and not only from the center of Sofia, they could ride and listen to the celebrities reading. Also, another very important key point of the march is including other events. Like these celebrity meetings are the central point, the one that we organize, but each year a lot of other communities, organizations, and libraries are included in our event. They usually write to us and say, okay, we want to make something for the March this year. Usually all the libraries in Sofia make events for that. Here on the photos, you can see one is the empty hall prepared, but I couldn't find a better photo of the Bulgarian Children's Museum. It's called Muzeiko, and they organize different meetings and readings to children. Again, also not from our program, but they do that also as part of the program. And the other photo is from the children's national contest for children's literature. It's called Magical Pearl. It sounds better on Bulgarian, but yeah, that's the name of the contest, where children vote for their favorite children's books and the favorite authors they love. And each year, this contest was held as a part of the March of the Books. Also, when we announced that there can be other events included in our event, a lot of schools and community centers in other cities and villages, they write to us, okay, we will do something like your event in our city or in our local community center. So the reach of the event goes outside of Sofia also. So what happened in 2020 with the COVID epidemics? It was problematic to make the event as it was before, because all the children stayed at home. They didn't go to school. So we decided to do the event differently. We made it digital. We included 6 or 7 famous musicians, and they read their favorite books from home on a virtual meeting on the platform Webinaria. It's a Bulgarian platform for webinars. And it was a really nice event. It really changed the dynamics of the march. On one hand, usually the kids really enjoyed meeting the celebrities in person, talking with them, taking autographs. This is really important for them. And meeting them online is not the same. But on the other hand, we managed to reach a lot more children, because we were not limited by this school or this class or the whole the school had. So we reached a lot more children from different schools. And we also managed to reach a lot of children outside Sofia, and that we didn't do intentionally before that. Also, we did something else after the meetings. We edited the videos and we uploaded them to YouTube so they can be watched after the end of the event. So 1 year later, a lot of children are still watching those videos. We have reach so they can stay as an archive of the event. For this year, we are planning to do the event digitally also. Because of some delays, the dates will be different because now we were supposed to be ending the event, but it's not started officially yet. It will start next month. We took part in the events of the City Library on the 2nd of April, the Children's Book Day, with some promo materials and presents for the children. But officially, we will start in May. This year, it's an anniversary year and the 10th edition of the festival, and we are really sorry that we won't be able to make it as big, as wonderful as we want to, but we will try to reach as much children as we can. The target of celebrities this year is a phenomenon that is really popular in Bulgaria and probably in the whole world, influencers. Children staying at home are watching a lot of influencers. They are dictating the trends in the children and young adults. There's like gamers, streamers, life coaches, reviewers, all kinds of streamers. So we've decided to invite the most popular Bulgarian streamers, vloggers, influencers to make those online meetings with the children. We hope that this will help us reach even more children than before, because each influencer has thousands of viewers that I don't think all of them are keen on reading. And I hope that the two auditories will mix the children who usually come to the marcher and are interested in reading, and the ones that enjoy the videos of the influencers, that they will all watch our videos. We are also upgrading the platform because Webinaria can't take more than 200 children at the same time, and we hope to reach more on this event. So yes, we will hold like 10 or 15 meetings with influencers, and after that upload the videos again. So hopefully we will reach a record number of children this year. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Annie. That's really amazing. And congratulations on your 10th anniversary.
Thank you.
It sounds like it's going to be a complete, really, really interesting addition to go towards the influencers. I was really interested to know how you curate the books. Did the readers do that themselves, or who chooses the kind of the repertoire?
Well, usually the idea is that the celebrities read from their favorite book. So they,
Okay.
before the event, we meet with all the celebrities in a meeting, and they say we're planning to read from this book or from that book. But usually we help them a little with the choice because of the audience they will be reading to. If they've chosen a more complicated book and they're reading it to kindergarten children, we can usually advise them a little that, or maybe change celebrities depending on the book they chose. For example, okay, you choose a young adult book, so you're going to go to this school, and you chose a more kindergarten age book, so you go to a kindergarten.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Has anyone else got some questions for Annie around this exciting new program? I've got loads.
Go ahead.
Oh, There we go. Anybody?
I see that there is a,
That's
yeah. How do you curate the books? Yeah,
yeah,
that was the question.
yeah. Um, and I was wondering uh, around evaluation and feedback. How are you capturing that from the young people and from also from the readers as well?
Well, we have two type of feedback. One of the feedbacks is from the media coverage. For each event, we make a promotional campaign and stuff, and we have media monitoring. And usually, the media receives very well our campaigns. Like celebrities are involved, so yes, that's important. So we have a really big and warm media accepting of our event.
Mhm,
And as I told you, for children and the teachers and the schools, the feedback is amazing.
mhm,
Each year we have more and more people wanting to participate in schools and community centers. They really enjoy them. You can see the happiness in children when you attend a meeting like that.
mhm.
They're really happy to meet those people they admire. And also, yeah, it's a positive feedback from all around. And also the celebrities are really happy. They do this pro bono. They don't get any money for this participation, but they're really hyped and positively charged from the meeting with the children.
And how did you find the influencers? What was their reaction when you reached out to them?
Well, some of them make book reviews and stuff, so they're really into literature. Some of them were part of our literary fest for children and young adults the last year. And some of them have books published. I think we have like 5 or 7 influencers in Bulgaria with published books. So
Mhm,
we reached them through the publisher, their publisher, and also my connections with for Adventure Comic Con influencers are a really important part of the event. So I have a lot of contacts, but influencers really enjoy meeting their audience, and this event will be held online, so they are in their forte.
mhm.
So they really liked the idea.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask one
Yeah,
question, Claire? Yes.
go for it.
Thank you, first of all, for the presentation. Very inspiring, also for the Netherlands, where reading pleasure is at an all-time low. So I do think that our influencers, especially our influencers, can learn from the priorities of your influencers. But what my question was about the digitization or the digitalization of the festival during Corona. In the Netherlands, at least, we have a huge how to say imbalance of students, of children, to reach out from the internet, because either they don't have a good working computer, or they have a bad internet connection, or they have a bad host situation, which doesn't give them the quiet and the space to go about their own way. Do you recognize these difficulties in your country?
Well, I'm not sure about that because usually my reach is to children who spend a lot of time playing games, watching Japanese animations and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So they already spend a lot of time in front of their computers. I'm sure that there's the other side of the matter with people who don't have computers. They don't have the reach to the internet as some others. But I think in Bulgaria, the internet is really accessible, and a lot of children connect through their phones also, or their parents' phones, especially for the smaller children. Their parents are watching the march with them, and that's even a better way to spend some time with the children. But I don't think there is a problem with that in Bulgaria, especially now with the online education. This for the last year, I think that all children have at least a reach to phones, so they can take part in their lessons. And it's not a problem to spend 2 more hours listening to a nice book.
Well, thank you.
Lovely, thank you. Any more questions for Annie? Biljana, have you got anything that you want to finish off the section with?
Oh, maybe I can only say that that we are working really many years together, and that the March of Books is a project which is relating also many institutions in Sofia, and this is very important because you know, it's always difficult to make connections between the institutions, even if they are working on the same field. So they are really maybe the best example of joining the institutions.
It's an impressive partnership, and it's great to hear about it. Thank you so much. And we really look forward, and maybe you'll come and tell us how the event went with the influencers. That would be really exciting to hear.
Yes.
So thank you, and I'm going to